Hey guys, back at you with another review for Bride of Reanimator, also put out by Arrow Films recently. This one was released in 1989, and this was the the first sequel to Reanimator, because there's three in total, which I'll do a review for Beyond Reanimator in the next coming days. But this was the first Reanimator film Arrow put out on Blu-ray, oddly enough. But yeah, this one never got as much love as the first one. I remember, I think Anchor Bay put it out on DVD. I could be wrong on that. It may have been Synapse. Maybe. I don't know exactly who put this one out on DVD in the first place, but I think it went out of print for a while there, and I think Beyond Reanimator went out of print for a while there too. But this is an okay follow-up to Reanimator. I don't like it as much as the first one, because this one took the goofiness to a whole nother level, and there's some cool ideas I like about it. Like, a quick synopsis is, after the events of the first Reanimator, Dr. Herbert West and Dr. Kane are in, like, another country, kind of doing the experiments on other people, and then they end up getting called back to the Miskatonic place and work there again for some reason, and then they're just kind of getting bodies to make this, to continue their experiments, and Dr. Kane wants to leave and not do the experiments anymore, and Herbert West kind of ropes him back in by saying, here's your dead girlfriend's heart, we're going to reanimate your dead girlfriend using parts of other people, hence the Bride of Reanimator kind of tagline there. But and then the head of Dr. Hill from the first one is back and kind of has a new scheme to get back at Herbert West and them. So there's that little whole subplot going on. But overall, it wasn't that good of a movie compared to the first one. It feels a little cheaper to me for some reason. Some of the effects were really cool. Like, there's a scene with a dog where they put like a human arm on him that looks really cool. You got some classic effect scenes, like the little hand with the eyeball that crawls around. That's pretty cool. It goes into full craziness territory towards the end, kind of like the first one did. So it does follow those similar kind of beats. The look of the Bride of Reanimator looked kind of cool. It was okay. The effects look pretty good. They're done by Screaming Mad George, who did Society and I think Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I'm pretty sure he did Nightmare on Elm Street 4. So it has that really rubbery look to it, but it's still really cool. I thought Herbert West was really cool, or Jeffrey Combs' performance as him was really good, of course. I like Bruce Abbott's performance again. You could tell they've matured, and it's years later after the events of the first one. I thought the girl who played the new love interest kind of sucked, but it is what it is. She only has a little bit of runtime, so it ain't that bad at all. But I do think it is an entertaining follow-up to Reanimator. I like the fact that it feels like a comic book, because most of the time you see Reanimator now, it's in like comic form or something, so it does have that comic book goofy feel to it, but it has the gore and nudity to ramp it up to an R rating, which I do like. As far as the transfer goes, really good looking transfer. It's as similar quality to the first Reanimator, some soft scenes and like the darkness and all that, but in the sunlight parts and like the gore effects and stuff, it really does pop, so it is worth it to pick up on Blu-ray. And this Arrow release, it's not as packed as the first Reanimator Arrow release, but this one does have some features to it. This is a brand new 2K restoration of the unrated version, and I think there was a deluxe that this put out too that had the unrated and rated cuts. What else? English subtitles, which is always good. Brand new audio commentary with Brian Usna, who was the director for this go-around. Audio commentary, old one with Usna, Jeffrey Combs, and special effects team. Audio commentary with stars Jeffrey Combs and Bruce Abbott. So there's again 3 commentaries on this release. Brian Usna remembers Bride of Reanimator, a brand new featurette in which the director looks back at the making of the first Reanimator sequel. Splatter Masters, the special effects artist, which is a little effects, featurette there. Behind the scenes, Getting Ahead in Horror Archive making of featurette, deleted scenes, reversible sleeve, which I can't stand the reversible sleeve artwork they used for this. So I use the original. Most of the time with Arrow releases, I'm not a big fan of their new artwork usually. I always keep their old artwork most of the time. And this is the foreign release, but it is region free, and it uses the same artwork as the US release. But yeah, that artwork just doesn't do it for me. But yeah, that's my review for Bride of Reanimator. Not as good as the first one, but a worthy sequel. It definitely lives in the 80s. It feels like an 80s movie. It's just fun, super gory, but enough nudity and gore to give it an R rating, but still has like a playful tone to it. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.